Well, look at that. It is 10 o'clock. Actually, it's 10:04 on the west coast of the United States. I'm getting cat love here. It is um, it is 05:04 GMT. Hi, buddy. How's my buddy? This is cBass After Dark. This is actually Murphy After Dark here on Tuesday, the 18th of August, 2015. He's really having come here, buddy. He does not understand that I'm on the air. We're trying to be. My class ran a little bit long. My cat just mashed the keyboard. All right, he's laid down over there now. Yes, so I had a class that actually made me think, okay, again, I want to go on the air. There are many times, including last night, when I was just exhausted after my class and was not really interested in doing a show, even though it was Nerd News Monday, which is really my favorite show of the week to do. My apologies. I've been all over the map with this new job and trying to balance how tired I get after a class with the really wanting to come on and talk to you. So I've been wrestling with that, but tonight something interesting happened. We were talking about emergency preparedness, of all things, in my English class. It was the lesson they told me to teach. So, all right, let's talk about emergency preparedness. And it was actually not bad, but at the end of the class, it occurred to me, and I couldn't find it. I was hoping to make a Google search here. There was a really funny emergency alert notification, and I think it was a spoof. Like, I think it was a promo that they did in like Sweden or Norway. And it's a video. The Norwegian emergency preparedness system. No, I don't think it was that, because it wasn't on YouTube. That was the reason I never downloaded it. It was on like another one of those sites that doesn't let you download it. Let's see here, like Denmark, maybe. Let's see here. Oh, I remember even where it came from. Maybe this will help me. It came from a show that KTVU replays over and over. Right this minute. It's basically YouTube on television. Right this minute. But what I want is emergency alerts. There we go. The Swiss emergency alert test. All right, you get to actually watch this now with me, because I was unable to think of it during my class. And it would have been very funny to sort of present in a screen share situation with my class of English students, because this is really funny. Will it play? I don't really care to listen to the ad or their banter about this video, but I don't appear to be able to skip the ads, so hang on. Maybe this will just let me, I don't know. I don't even know what this is an ad for. Okay. Shit. Cancel loading. I just clicked on something I didn't mean to click on while I was trying to avoid the fucking video. Okay. Hopefully this thing will load. I don't know. Sorry, the cat wants out. One moment. Okay, this is brought to us by Gillette. Thanks very much to the folks at Gillette. I don't care to listen to their, or let you even see any more of their ad than is necessary, but just give it a moment, and as soon as the ad ends, I will present to you this video, which is the emergency alert notification, apparently in Switzerland. I don't know if it's serious, but I pray that it is. Okay, here we go. This is them bantering, which I don't care about, but...
This is what they're going to see every Wednesday in February in Switzerland. Their emergency broadcast system test starts with a Rube Goldberg device.
Is that a wheel of cheese?
It is a delicious wheel of cheese. It is a wheel of cheese. There was a little fork there. Then you've got like a hammer and a bell.
Watch as these magnificent creatures take flight,
There's scissors.
soaring away
and
from home towards the promise of a better
Right.
existence. But these birds are suffering.
Okay. And then it goes, meow. So there is the video that I was really praying I would be able to show. And I'm really glad that I was able to come up with that live. I actually could not think of it until I was live on the air with you, that, oh yes, that came from that stupid show Right This Minute. It's the only good thing I've ever seen from that show. It's YouTube videos on television. That's all they do. They sit there around the desk with their laptops and they talk about it, and I'm sure they think it's very cool, and I'm sure there's some retard, you know, at a TV network that thinks, oh gosh, the money I'll make from this show. I mean, it's actually worse than The View, you know. Horrible, horrible show, Right This Minute. I say that because they didn't hire me, right? All right, so emergency notifications is what I've been doing. Let's do some game shows just for shits and giggles. I've not done Game Show Tuesday in a while, and I suck for that. Now, my game show sort of source extraordinaire has been sending me not only links to old classic game shows, but actually game show episodes that are newly produced from Britain. And what I want to do is try and pull up some links that actually my game show source had sent me. But the best game show, the only one that has ever gotten an episode of this show like pulled down for copyright, which is called 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. It's not supposed to be on YouTube, but many people just upload it to YouTube. And somehow the episodes stay up. But then when I play them on Google Plus to an audience of live viewers, suddenly like there's a problem with that. I don't know if these people just don't go after their... I'm sorry, I'm stalling because the Facebook is totally not loading. So just give me a second to pull up the links from my game show source rather than like reveal everybody's first and last name that I have on Facebook to you. I can hopefully just pull this up. I do not know what is happening here. Okay, I'm trying to load my Facebook messages. We may do some old classic 70s game shows once again. I'm going to kill myself here. This is like really annoying. Okay, the Facebook messages just will not load. So screw it. I will go to YouTube and we'll just pull up a game show kind of at random. You're gonna, if you have any requests, by the way, text 310-776-5869. That's 310-776-KUNZ. And let us try to. Man, nothing is working right today. Seems like I get up on this show a lot and say, "Oh, it's not working." Live on the air. What is it with Google like live streaming software that causes everything to stop loading? It doesn't use up all the bandwidth. I know that because I've used it too many other times successfully and not had a problem. Well, I mean, I could transfer you to the blank screen that I'm staring at. That would be mildly interesting. I tell you what I will transfer you to is a, while I was looking at the emergency notifications, there was a news story that was really actually funny. This is from the Daily Mail, and this happened in England. There's no toilet roll. Please send help. A teen, Adam Greenwood, 16, was traveling from Euston to Glasgow in Scotland. He realized there was no toilet paper after relieving himself and tweeted. And he tweeted to Virgin Trains' official Twitter account. They asked him which train he was on, which coach, which car of the train. And they dispatched a member of the staff to help this teen. Within 2 minutes, they were able to help him. Saved in the nick of time. The Virgin Trains account was included within 2 minutes. Virgin had responded by asking the stricken teen from Lancaster which carriage he was in. After peering out of the toilet almost stealth-like, he went back in and tweeted he was in Coach J. Someone came to his aid. it seems like they all had a good laugh about it. And sure enough, with a polite knock at the door, a man wearing a black suit appeared at the cubicle and handed the embarrassed teenager some paper to, as he put it, finish the job he had started. So then as soon as I saw there was no paper, I instantly thought, let's tweet about it. So maybe he wasn't quite in the precarious moment after having pooed, but he made people laugh, and I guess he got, and the Virgin Trains, I guess, got some good publicity out of it. And when he'd asked how the delivery of the handover went down, Adam said he was already on the lookout for possible delivery of toilet paper. So when the man passed, I sort of smiled and nodded as if to say, yep, that's for me. So it was passed through the toilet door. Power of social media. Summoning toilet paper from one train car bathroom to another train car bathroom. I don't know. Is that necessarily gross, or is that kind of mildly amusing in a kind of cute way, hopefully? Hey, Twitter has finally responded. Facebook has finally responded. Let's take a look here. Remembering Debt. Okay. Let's take a look at this game show here. Remembering Debt. Copy link address. Let's put it into YouTube here. And let's watch some fucking game shows, shall we? Finally. After 15 minutes of nonsense. Let's do it. Remembering Debt. I will have to look at the year here. I'm not sure I know what year this will be. Still muting the ad.
There's such a thing. Look around.
Okay, that is necessarily gross.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News, reported by Brian Williams.
Maybe it's because Americans seem to love to want to share their suffering. Maybe it's because Americans are about $1.1 trillion in debt. That's Americans, not their government. Whatever the reason, a new game show designed around debt is on the air and catching fire.
This has to be the show for me. Debt, it's about time.
Let's get our party started.
Playing that hits that you free, leaving all your bills behind.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger of the game show world is none other than Wheat Martindale.
The buzz on the show is absolutely amazing.
Check out the airwaves.
The idea of getting out of debt appeals to a lot of people.
I need to be a contestant.
The new show is Debt.
Lifetime's highest rated show, incidentally, Fred. Well, it's developing a loyal following.
A wide appeal to a very large audience. Response to the show has been overwhelming.
Everybody's talking about this show.
The reason that debt has really succeeded is because the concept of paying off people's bills is something nobody's ever seen before and everybody dreams about.
In other words, they bring their real life debt to the show, and they compete to wipe it out.
Everybody we know is in debt.
Our pop culture material is material that everybody is aware of.
Just about anybody can play this game.
Pay debt, pay debt, pay debt, pay debt.
All three players are involved in the first round, and I'd call it a hip-hop culture question-answer round anyone can play. I'm the pie woman with the national restaurant chain and homemade cornbread mix. Barbara.
You are Marie Callender.
You have $500 taken off your debt. The two survivors of round one go on to round two, where it's not only what you know, it's how much you're willing to gamble. Christian, start the bidding.
I can answer 3 questions.
David.
I can answer 4.
Christian.
I'm going to try for 5, David.
I'm the liberating 1996 Jeff Goldblum flick where the White House gets blown up by aliens.
Independence Day.
That is correct. When we get to round 3, it's a speed round against the clock. And when this happens on the show, you can almost hear a pin drop. I'm the London house where Queen Elizabeth lives.
Buckingham Palace.
Yes, I'm the Phil Hartman movie about a guy who won't leave.
House guest.
Yes, I'm the housing slang for prison.
The Slammer.
No, I'm David Mamet's 1987 movie starring Joe Mantegna.
House of Games.
Yes, I'm the federal agency known as HUD.
Housing and Urban Development.
You got it. You wiped out your debt. If the player wins, He or she has a choice of answering one question within the world of pop culture. You told us your specialty category in the world of pop culture was the TV show Twin Peaks. If the contestant chooses to go for it and answers that question correctly, we not only pay off their entire debt, but we also pay that amount to them in cash. The person has a chance to win or lose everything. When Laura Palmer was killed, the killer left a letter underneath her fingernail. I am the letter of the alphabet that was left.
You are the letter R.
Yes!
Wink Martindale has gone out there and done more publicity for this show. He has been on Regis and Kathy Lee, the NBC Nightly News, Day and Date, Extra, Oprah, Rolanda.
And when Rolanda asked the audience,
Rolanda.
it seemed that 2/3 of the audience watched the show.
Wink's been everywhere.
Of course.
Total blast.
You name it, Wink's pretty much done it.
I don't know what that
Without a doubt,
means.
The most fun moment for me and the one I get the biggest kick out of as a host. It happened about a month ago, and a guy came on at the top of the show. They say how they got in debt.
This guy got in debt because he was paying off his hairpiece.
Cost a lot of money. It's a good one. He ended up winning the game. And he got so excited, he took that hairpiece off, throws it in the air, and proceeded to do a rain dance. It was a damn saddest, darndest thing I'd ever seen. Getting dead has become a big hit because it strikes home with so many people.
Somebody help me, 'cause you know that I'm a debt.
I'm ready. Everyone's talking about debt.
You're going to love it. We will certainly want you to watch it.
The most popular quiz show in America.
And the cable ace goes to debt.
I just wanted to say thanks for the opportunity to do this groundbreaking show called Death. Thanks a lot. Don't do it.
Oh, Joe,
What gives?
I'm in debt.
Terrific. What's the strange part of the Atlantic where ships disappear? 5 seconds.
Bermuda Triangle?
Yes, you're out of debt, lady.
I am.
And then she falls off the boat. Okay. That was a
Number 9.
promo.
Who is the wild and crazy comedian? Drowning in a sea of bills. Then it's time to play Debt. The game show where 3 debt-laden Americans just like you compete to have us pay off all their bills and go home with nothing. Payback time begins March 9th. You're out of debt, lady. On Debt.
So why does he seem to have like patented that "you're out of debt, lady" thing? Like that kind of bothers me.
Let's get this party started.
It's payback time.
Here comes the game that pays off your bills.
Cool.
Yes, where pop culture smarts can pay off
You're out of debt, lady.
just by playing around.
Absolutely.
Come on.
The more you know,
I'm the New York Woody who's made over 30 films.
Alan,
Yes.
the less you owe.
Hold it.
it's payback time.
All right, so there's debt. I wanted to know what years. I don't think that show is on anymore. Let's look at Wikipedia. God damn it. Okay. And type in debt game show. Debt game show. Okay, it ended in 1998. So it had 2 seasons or so, 2 years. Season 2 changes. I mean, are there actual episodes of this show we can see anywhere? Or, I mean, sometimes there are just no episodes of this game show. Yeah, let's try this here. It's almost always a clip. Here we go. Here's an episode. Let's watch one episode before we go on. Okay, there's the promo we saw again.
Then it's time to play.
Yeah, that would freak me out. A giant Wink Martindale?
3 debt-laden Americans just like you compete to have us pay off all their bills and go home with nothing.
Nothing.
Let's meet
Oh, good
today's
lord.
contestants.
Sorry, hold on.
I'm Wade, not in debt because I'm a
Hold on,
struggling actor
let's-
and my day job doesn't pay enough.
I'm Claire.
I don't know what this software is doing. Hang on, please. It was not supposed to switch the camera back to me. Let's go back to the show here. Sorry. Okay. We saw one guy who said how much debt he has. Claire has 6980.
I'm Jeff, and I'm in debt because I say with my heart and not with my head.
And now, starting at host, the Crown Prince of Credit, the You've Got Debt with
Okay. Sorry, everyone. The software, every time I try to go full screen, it goes back to me. Let's try to watch the game, please. I guess I cannot do maximum screen.
Our three players, Wade, Claire, and Jeff, have come to us today with their real-life debt, and one of them just might be lucky enough to get out of it by the end of the show. So let's get this party started, okay? Our first round we call General Debt. Here are today's categories. Sports for lazy people. All about me.
Woo! Okay.
Doting assistance.
Doting assistance.
On the road again. Finally, fooled you, didn't I?
Okay. I have to stop. I have to talk now. Hold on. Okay, this is kind of the mark, actually, of a cheap game show, right? I love game shows. Game shows are one of my favorite things I've ever, and my favorite category of television. Yes, I'm a Star Trek fan. Yes, I love the news, but like the production of game shows fascinates me. And so when I see game shows like this from the 90s, when I was in college, when I was a university student, and this was on, I did not know this show was on Lifetime cable. It's a cable show, right? So it did not have a network budget, but one of the things I hate about the cheap game shows is our categories. Category 1, woo! Category 2, woo! Category 3, woo! I hate that. Like that really almost made me turn it off just now, because that's such a cheesy kind of, that's such a cheap thing to do. I have to cheer after every category. That's not like, even Jeopardy doesn't do that, I was going to say. Okay, let's continue.
Interesting category. This is an elimination round. Only the two players with the least debt at the end of the round get to move on and have a chance at going home with. That's the general idea.
It's a good concept, though.
If you spend less than your opponent in the game of life, you get the honor of selecting our first category. But to make things fair, we're going to even you all out to the average debt amount of the day. And the average debt is $6,886. Couple of final reminders. All the questions on debt take the I am, you are format, and you will be penalized for an incorrect answer. All right, Jeff, select our first category.
Thank you, Wink. We'll start with All About Me for -150.
Okay, and here's your question. It's about celebrity autobiography. I'm the androgynous 80s pop singer who penned the all-too-revealing bio, Take It Like a Man.
Okay, I know this. The androgynous 80s pop singer who penned the all-too-revealing bio, Take It Like a Man. That has to be the guy from Culture Club, whose name I cannot say. Boy George.
Wait, you are David Bowie, Wayne. No, I'm sorry, no.
Not David Bowie.
Claire or Jeff? Boy George. Jeff, select again.
Well, let's try All About Me for -200 then.
Here's the question. Pardon me, but I'm the former military man who used to peddle arms to the Contras, and now I peddle my bio under fire.
Oh, Oliver North.
You are General Noriega, Wayne.
No.
I'm sorry. Jeff,
Oliver North.
You are Oliver North.
That's it, Oliver North. So Jeff draws first blood. Select again.
Okay, let's go for On the Road Again for -150.
Here's your question. First time in the category. I'm the second film in Mel Gibson's Mad Max trilogy.
Beyond Thunderdome.
Beyond the Thunderdome, Wayne. No, I'm sorry.
No?
Jeff, you are the Road Warrior.
The Road Warrior. I forgot about the Road Warrior. I never really saw it.
I'm a chocolatey ice cream with marshmallows and nuts, and a street strewn with stones. Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Jeff,
Oh. Okay.
For -200, please.
I'm the prestigious scholarship Bill Clinton held while learning not to inhale at Oxford University. Jeff.
Rhodes?
Rhodes
Scholar? Yeah. I almost beat that guy.
Okay, let's go to On the Road Again for -50.
Players, I'm the colorful road that takes you from Munchkin Land to the
The
Emerald
Yellow
City.
Brick Road.
Claire?
You're the Yellow Brick Road.
That's it. For $50 off your debt. Claire, select.
I'll have on the road again for $250.
Ooh, that's a good one. You get our detonator. The most difficult question on today's board, in the opinion of our producers, of course, because of that, it's worth $500 for whoever gets it right. Listen to me. I'm the author of the self-help bestseller, The Road Less Traveled. M. Scott Peck is the answer.
I totally did not know that.
Claire, select again.
I'll take doting assistance for -150, please.
First time in that category. Who are you going to call? Me, the red-headed designing woman who answered the phone.
Oh, what was her name? The actress?
You were Annie Potts.
Annie Potts. That was good. He was excellent for him.
All about me for -250. Try this. I titled my presidential memoirs RN, which could stand for Recording Nutcase.
Ronald Reagan?
You are Ronald Reagan, Wing. No?
No?
Anybody? Claire, Jeff? You're not going to like this. Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon. RN, of course. Duh.
I'll take doting assistance for -250, Wing. Players, before I became a big director, I played Oscar Madison's assistant, Myrna Turner, on The Odd Couple.
Tom Hanks.
You are Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall, of course.
I'll take Fooled You Didn't I for -250, Wing. Category about famous frauds and hoaxes. According to the film Capricorn 1, I'm the planet that was the object of a phony space mission.
Jupiter?
Wait, you are Venus, Wing. No, not Venus. Claire.
You are Mars.
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 The answer for 250. Claire.
Fooled You Didn't I for -200.
I'm the reclusive rich guy whose autobiography proved to be a hoax after author Clifford Irving sold it in 1971. Jeff, you are Howard Hughes. That is right.
Oh.
$200 for that.
Reclusive, yeah.
Fooled You Didn't I for -150.
I'm the touch of evil actor whose radio hoax War of the Worlds
Oh.
mass hysteria.
Orson Welles.
Jeff, you are Orson Welles. Nobody but Orson Welles, yes.
I love that.
General Jeff.
Okay, let's go to doting assistance for -200, please.
Players, I'm the actress who added a few pounds for my role of fetching coffee for Sigourney Weaver in Working Girl. That belongs to you, Jeff. You are Melanie Griffith. That is correct. Another $200 off you, Jeff.
Fooled You Didn't I for -100, please.
I am the Beatle who was rumored to have died in 1969.
George Harrison?
Or Paul McCartney, Wing.
Paul
Yes,
McCartney.
for $100.
I didn't know he was rumored to have died in the 60s.
People for -150.
Question. When you're too old, fat, and slow for Little League, I'm the diamond game that's often played
Softball.
trophy style. Jeff,
You are softball, Wing.
that's it. For another 150 on you, Jeff.
Let's go for All About Me for -100.
God, those people plotting drive me crazy.
With the voice of Disney's lovable Buzz Lightyear and
The author of Don't Stand Too Close to a Naked Man. Was it Tom Hanks?
You are Tim Allen, Wing.
Right
Tim
again,
Allen.
for another
Damn it.
100 off you, Jeff.
Of course.
Doting assistance for -100.
I'm the Simpsons character who takes pleasure doting on my boss, Mr.
Ah.
because, well, I adore him.
Smithers.
You are Smithers? That's right, Mr. Smithers, Waylon Smithers.
Fooled You Didn't I for -50.
Last time in the category, I'm the dictator whose diaries proved to be a hoax after a German magazine paid millions for them in 1983.
Hitler.
Wait, you are Hitler, Wing. Yes, Adolf Hitler. I'll take sports-related people for -250, Wing. I'm the table game with skewered soccer players that Joey and Chandler keep in their friends' apartment.
Foosball.
Wait, you are foosball, Wing. Foosball, yes. And that's the end of General Debt. I'm sorry to say that you weighed to have the highest score. And unfortunately, in our game, that means you're eliminated. But you're not going to go home empty-handed. Julie, tell Wade what he's going to leave with.
All righty. Well, Wade, to help you get back on the road to financial recovery, here's our very own Jet Piggy Bank, along with a $200 savings bond. So put it in the bank.
Huh.
Thank you, Wade, for being with us. Claire, congratulations. And Jeff, well done. We'll be back to see Claire and Jeff battle it out for a chance to have us pay off all their debts right after this.
Okay. So this is not just watching this. This is cBas After Dark. I do this show I do this show pretty much every, 4 nights a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday is Nerd News Monday. Tuesday is Game Show Tuesday. Then Wednesday I do media stuff, and Thursday I kind of do anything. Also Saturday I do a fast food and junk food show with my partner Sarah. We skipped last Saturday because Sarah Bell couldn't make it. and I didn't feel like talking by myself. But anyway, there are commercials actually in this YouTube video, which is why I'm stopping and talking to you. You can always text this number here, by the way. The number 310-776-5869, 310-776-KUNZ. In fact, I feel like I should write that on the screen as well, just to illustrate that my number is actually my last name, and oh, isn't that exciting? Okay. Let's check on the video here. It looks like we're still seeing ads for hair, although this is from July '96, so this is actually interesting in a historical way. It's almost 20 years old. This is 19 years old, and I think that's really interesting to see what television was like back then. For one thing, it was the 4:3, the square TV picture, instead of the longer, high-resolution rectangle. Robitussin always seemed to sponsor game shows. I always used to see them. There's Martha Stewart. Let's go ahead and skip back to the show here.
You're between yourselves to see who can answer the most questions correctly out of 5. Category values increase throughout the round. $300 will be at stake on this first category. People we have to tip. People we have to tip. Since you're behind, Claire, we'll let you start the business.
I can answer 4.
Jeff, you want to beat that? Go for 5?
I can answer 5, Wink.
He's going to go for all 5 on people we have to tip. All 5 will give you $300. I'm Floyd's occupation on the Andy Griffith Show and the person you tip for giving you a little trim.
A barber?
You are a barber, Wink.
That is right. 1 down, 4 to go. You often tip me even though I'm the person hitting you with cards at the blackjack table.
The dealer.
That is right. 3 to go. I'm the stuffy host at a Pod Bistro whose French title might mean slip me a 20 or you're sitting by the kitchen.
The maitre d'.
You are the maitre d'?
That's correct. How many times does that happen to us? I'm the character that passengers tip for serving up lovin' as the bartender on the Love Boat.
You are Isaac Washington.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, that was not easy. I did not know the name of that guy in the Love Boat.
Taking occupation mentioned in the title of a 1991 Dudley Moore film that's full of excess
baggage.
You are the bellboy, Wink.
You got
the bellboy.
$300 off your debt. 5 out of 5.
Wow.
You did it,
Okay.
Claire. 5 out of 5. Okay, next category worth $400, and it is
Let's go on a safari.
Why not? Jeff, start the business.
Okay, Claire, I can answer 3.
Claire, you want to go for 4?
I can answer 4.
Prove it. He says prove it. Claire, 4 out of 5 will give you the $400. You need this. I'm Robin Williams' film about an evil board game.
Oh, that's easy. Jumanji.
Jungle for 30 years.
You are Jumanji, Wink.
Yes. 3 to go for the money. I'm the hysterical wolf-like mammal Whoopi Goldberg lent her voice to in The Lion King.
You are a hyena, Wink.
Yes. Laughing hyena. My impression. Quick, get the Nikon. I'm the tubby, water-dwelling, valley-dancing animal from Fantasia.
You are a hippopotamus, Wink.
Oh, I was thinking elephant. Of course, hippopotamus. One more.
Safari jacket. I'm your third world outfitter and fruity-sounding clothing store owned by the Gap.
A Fruit Loom.
No, Banana Republic.
Banana
You have one
Republic.
shot at the $400. I'm the 60s TV cartoon White Lion, who was the benevolent ruler of an African kingdom.
You are Kimba?
Yes.
All right.
$400 on Claire Jet for those 4.
Wow, so she got another chance, huh?
The next category
Interesting.
was $500.
I don't know why she...
Shameless
Shameless sequels.
These questions are all about movie sequels. Claire, start the bidding.
I can answer 4.
Yes.
I'm a big movie fan. I will answer 5.
Oh, 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 gives you $500. $100 apiece for these. In a touching family moment, I'm the film where Darth Vader reveals he's Luke Skywalker's real dad while trying to kill him.
Empire Strikes Back.
You are Revenge of the Jedi, Wink.
No.
Empire Strikes Back. Claire gets the money. $500 off her jet. The Empire Strikes Back. So, Claire, you're still alive. $750 category. I'm a singer-songwriter. Okay, Claire, start the bidding.
I can answer 3.
She knows something about music, Jeff.
I can answer 4.
He knows something about music, Claire.
Prove it.
He says prove it, Jeff. 4 out of 5 to $750. With songs like The Locomotion, I was a major songwriter in the 60s before Tapestry made me a huge singer in the 70s.
Kylie...
Carole King, Wink. Right.
I was thinking Kylie Minogue.
Nominated for my film score for Ragtime, but you probably know me best for singing Short People.
You are Randy Newman.
Randy Newman.
I've been writing and singing since 1971, but I finally broke through in the nick of time in 1989.
You are Bonnie Raitt.
That is right. One to go is all you need for the money. I'm the lonely boy who had puppy love for Diana and also found time to write Johnny's Tonight Show theme song.
You are Paul Anka.
Paul Anka.
Good Lord, that was really good. Like, he deserved that. That was really good.
Final category toward $1,500. It will determine our game winner. It will determine the person who goes on and possibly has their debt wiped out. Jeff, start the bidding on this $1,500 category.
Cookies you don't toss.
The category's all about cookies. Jeff.
Okay, Claire, I can answer 3.
Claire?
I can answer 5,
All 5. He goes from 3 to 5.
please. Nice girl.
Claire, if you answer all 5 of these correctly, you will have won the game. 1. I'm the cookie farm where Nantuckets, Genevas, and Mint Milanos.
Pepperidge
Pepperidge
Farm.
Farm wing.
Yes. 1. 4 to go. I'm the cookie that sounds like a cross between Adam and Eve's leaf and Las Vegas lounge
Fig
lizard wing.
Newton.
You're a Fig Newton.
Right. 2 down, 3 to go. And home. I'm the Nabisco chocolate chip cookie with a nautical sounding name.
You're Chips Ahoy, lady.
Oh, Chips Ahoy. Wow, that was good.
I'm the maternally named cookie company whose frosted circus animals come in a tent like that.
Grandma's?
You are Mother's Cookies.
Oh, Mother's.
4 down, 1 to go. Answer this correctly, and you will have won the game. I'm the Oreo wannabe made by
Hydrox. Hydrox.
You are...
Hydrox. Jeff wins the game. Hydrox cookies by Sunshine. Claire, so close but so far. Jeff, that means you're going to the final round with a chance to have us pay off your entire debt. And Claire, you're going home with this. Julie?
Well, Claire, sorry, we're not going to pay off your bills, but we are going to give you one of our debt piggy banks, along with a $500 savings bond. Spend it wisely.
She'll never forget Hydrox. Claire, thank you. Wonderful game. Jeff, congratulations. We'll be back to see if Jeff can move out of the red and into the black right after this commercial message.
Mom, I'm having toast and jelly bean soup.
Jelly bean sandwich. I love it. Actually, that's what I had for breakfast this very morning. Cinnamon Life. That is the exact cereal I had this morning for breakfast. I mean, it's been around forever.
I tried to have my daughter for half the cereal. Get alive.
Get alive. That was funny.
It's also a cereal.
Fortunately, it's also a cereal. All right, that was cute. I'm amused, you know. I like these kind of 20-year-old commercials. It is 10:43. It is 0543 GMT, 10:43 p.m. on the West Coast. Call me 310-776-5869. You can actually call and be on the show if you want. Text me, same number. Tweet me here. Sometimes I do Periscope, but not tonight. It's too hard to hold the camera up to the screen the whole hour and to do a real show. It's hard enough to do a real show with a conscience, you know, with a smart kind of train of thought, a coherent direction you're going, or a topic you're talking about. That's why I tried to make each night not just whatever I want night. Like, that's too generic. That's too non-specific. That's too boring. As one famous person once said, the more in specificity, you find universality. But in universality, all you find is cafeteria food. What the hell? In specificity, you find universality. In other words, if you're specific about something in a work, then people, even if it's not exactly them, they will still attach themselves to you in their mind and think, aha, yes, I am like him. But if you try to be kind of generic and universal, then it doesn't really impact anybody very strongly, and people tend to forget it. The person who sang here, the director of Star Trek II, it was his argument for why in the movie they should have said Captain Kirk is turning 50 instead of Captain Kirk is having a birthday. They didn't want to see, Captain Kirk, with the actor William Shatner, did not want to say, ooh, Captain Kirk's turning 50. They just wanted to make it having a birthday. And for that reason, it was not as impactful. It could have been stronger. It could have been more specific and interesting to everyone if they had actually specified Captain Kirk is turning 50. Okay, the video has resumed. Let's go back to our game here. cBas After Dark game show Tuesday rolls ahead.
Premiere Sunday night at 8 and 10. And we're back to see if Jeff can get out of debt with help of our main man, Wait.
Welcome back to Den, everybody. I'm standing here with Jeff Strager. Jeff played the first 2 rounds, eliminated his opponent, and knocked $4,100 off his debt. Just like that. Well, I'd say it was just like that. Maybe not. Yeah. Anyway, now you've earned the right to have us pay off your entire original debt of $6,436 in the round we appropriately call Get Out of Debt. Jeff, if you can answer 10 questions in 60 seconds, your debt of $6,436 will be completely wiped out. You ready? Sure am. Your category is Starstruck. This category is all about things with stars in their names. Got it? We set your expiration date at 60 seconds, and your time starts now. I'm the 1994 sci-fi flick with Kurt Russell and James Spader. Stargate, yes. I was David Bowie's androgynous alter ego in 1972. Ziggy Stardust, yes. I'm the country whose flag has a Star of David on it. Israel. Yes. I wrote the words to the Star-Spangled Banner.
Francis Scott Key.
I'm the Madonna song with the lyric, you shine on me wherever you are. I'm the directional name for the star called Polaris.
The North Star.
I'm the Beatle whose real name is Richard Starkey. Ringo Starr, yes.
Ringo
I'm
Starr.
the 1983 film about Playboy centerfold Dorothy Stratton. Star 80, yes. I'm the nautical term for the right side of a boat. Starboard. Yes.
Starboard.
I'm the elemental R&B band that sang Shining Star. Pass. I'm a song that's up above the world so high like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star? Yes, I'm a 1992 failed flick starring Brooke Shields as the comic book hero. Brenda Starr? Yes. I'm the canine name of Keanu Reeves' rock band. Dog Star. Yes!
Really? He won it on the Keanu Reeves Rockstar song? Dog Star?
Yes, indeed. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. The Madonna song with the lyric, you shine on me wherever you are, Lucky Star. The directional name for the star called Polaris, the North Star. And Earth, Wind, and Fire, Shining Star, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay. Well, congratulations to you, Jeff. You're officially out of debt. I am happy to proclaim you as such. Thank you. Now we're going to pay off your entire debt of $6,436. But now you have a big decision to make because we're offering you the opportunity to bet your debt. When we selected you to be a player on the show, you told us your specialty category in the world of pop culture was Melrose Place. Before the show, we prepared one question about Melrose Place. And if you can answer the question correctly, we'll not only pay off your debt of $6,436 big ones, we'll also give you that same amount in cash. And here it is, here in Mr. Clean's briefcase. However, if you go for this and you miss, you lose everything. Big risk, but a big payoff. We're going to give you a little time to think on it as we pay a few bills ourselves. What will he do? We'll find out.
What will he do? Find out right after this. Okay, so this is kind of, I wasn't even expecting that. I've literally never seen this show before. But I will say this. I like it when they have kind of a double bonus round, you know, where you win the game against your competitor and it's over. You're like, yes, I won. That's good. You know, that's the cake. Now the icing, right? The bonus round. Just you and the clock. 60 seconds or whatever. I like that. And then when there's like a second bonus round, like bet it all and maybe lose everything in the process, I also like that. I think that is very, I don't know. I just like the second bonus game thing. Trying to fast forward through this shit here.
What's your pleasure?
Okay,
you
here we go.
It all and go for the big payoff, or stop now and walk away with your bills paid off?
Well, I came in debt. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out big. I'm going to go for it.
You're going to go for it, okay. This is a question in this envelope. I will ask it, and after I've asked the question, you'll have 10 seconds in which to answer it, okay? Your favorite category Pop culture, Melrose Place. Here's our question for you. I'm the former In the Heat of the Night actress who guest starred on Melrose as Bobby Parisi's sleazy lawyer, Alicia Barnett, who had a torrid affair with Peter Burns before dying in a fiery car crash.
Okay, hold on. What's her name?
Oh my gosh, I know this one. You are Anne Marie Johnson.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
There it is. Well done. Yes. Well done indeed. Congratulations to you, Jeff. That's all the time we have left, everybody. He pulled it off. We'll be back next time with 3 more big spenders like him, and we'll do our best to help get them out of... Yeah, Wink Martindale. Have a happy, everybody.
Professional consideration provided by KLA 5268, Electric Home Theater Sound System.
It's pretty funny, right? It's a good concept for a game show. Everybody's screaming. I cannot handle that anymore. So I'm going to mute it, but we'll watch the credits roll here as the game show comes to an end. I had no idea about that Melrose Place question, but that's not surprising. He picked Melrose Place as his like bonus round category or something, and I certainly never did. Also, $12,000 is a respectable amount of prize money for a game show of this type at that time. You know, a cable game show is going to be a relatively small affair. You know, it's going to be kind of limited. Okay, and produced in association with the Lifetime Channel. The other game show I wanted to look for, I don't think we have time to watch it tonight unless maybe we go to 11:30, which sometimes I do on Tuesdays. What was the game show I was just thinking of that I suddenly can't remember? Son of a bitch. I completely had a blank, just a complete brain fart. So I was thinking about Wink Martindale, and I was thinking, okay, what are we going to do with the last 10 minutes of the show? And I thought, oh, of course, I want to do that. No, I remember. This was the first ever interactive game show. Okay, let's see here. I can't remember the name of it. It was Bill Cullen Interactive Cable Game Show. Let me see if I can think of the name of it. If I can come up with the name of it, it was How Do You Like Your Eggs? All right, hold on. We're going to read a little bit about this, and maybe we'll watch an episode. I think there may be an episode on YouTube. How do you like your eggs? And we're going to read what we can read here before we watch it. Let's see here. The 4 pilots did air to 204 customers who were testing the Cube system. Okay. This is perfect. As cable TV was beginning to penetrate the nation's homes in the 70s, the idea of two-way or interactive television was considered the next wave in television. Time Warner set up a cable system called Cube with a Q and made Columbus, Ohio, their test market. We've done stuff about that on our fast food junk food show, where something about Columbus, Ohio. It is the perfect kind of microcosm for America. Like the racial comparative, groups are about the same size, relatively speaking. All of the kind of demographic groups are similar in magnitude, or whatever you're trying to say. Like as is America, so is Columbus, Ohio, in some ways demographically. So that's kind of what they're talking about when they say, for some reason, they tested this in fucking Ohio. But the game involved a series of questions where 5 choices were possible, such as, how do you like your eggs? The question was posted, and the viewers at home were encouraged to give their answer through their two-way cable boxes. I don't know if it was a remote or some kind of special interactive box. While the results were being tabulated, person-on-the-street interviews were shown to give the staff time to tabulate and post the results. Even though the game was using the latest in interactive technology, everything on the show, and such as the questions and displays, were still on art cards and manual number displays, rather than any kind of computer or digital display. Teams made up of a man and woman alternated guessing the most popular response to questions and received 1 point per guess. This went on. and says there were many technical difficulties with this locally produced show. Bill had to vamp and vamp and vamp some more. That means to just kind of speak off the top of your head, to vamp. Plus, they went on to the bonus game, which now involved a ranking a question based on their audience responses from highest to lowest. If they get all 5, they win a color TV. If they didn't, they get $10 per correct placement. 3 decades later, we still don't have steady interactive game shows, but not for the efforts of the Game Show Network. And it's not because this pilot was terrible. Seriously, someday TV executives will learn that it is a passive medium. It is popular because you don't have to do anything. So that's kind of, I think, a little bit of a jaded, I don't know, a jaded viewpoint, but it is a viewpoint that I'm happy to find on the internet at all. I didn't think I was going to find anything about this. The pilot has been viewed this many times. I wonder if I can play the video here. Let's just try it. How do you like your eggs on YouTube? This was very different. How do you like your eggs game show? Okay, so the pilots are on here. All right. And these are, I mean, imagine having a cable system where you have this kind of show hosted locally, a local game show that you as an audience can play along with. That is like really amazing. We have an ad here. I will not subject you to the ad, but we are going to watch the game show. It's a little over 30 minutes, and we're like 4 minutes. It is 10:56 right now p.m. So you can actually stick around, watch the whole thing with me if you want. Here is the show. We're going to switch over to it, and we're going to watch How Do You Like Your Eggs from, I think they said 1977. Okay, check this out. If I can hit play, that would be really nice.
Good to see you. I'm Bill Cullen. I'd like to welcome you all to a very special Warner Cable television project. It's two-way television. Now, all of you at home have already spent some time with the new console, a magical box, really, that will allow you, through the press of a button, to communicate with us here in the studio. Now, in a moment, you're going to participate in a brand new game show that we call How Do You Like Your Eggs? But first, let me tell you a little bit more about our two-way television system. Now, this is your home console. I'll hold it here so you can get a look at it.
So this is what their console looked like. Okay.
One of these 5 buttons, the computer will count your response. Now, we take all that information and use it in a variety of ways. Now, before we get too far into this, let's try a very simple question. Be sure to wait now for our signal before you press the button. So here comes like a typical question. This is the first one, and it's a toughie. So put on your thinking caps. Very tough. I mean, sometimes I think it's unfair, but we're going to ask it. Who is the Vice President of the United States? Is it 1, Nelson Rockefeller, 2, Robert Dole, 3, Billy Carter, 4, Walter Mondale?
I think it's 4, yeah.
5, Tom.
I'm sure this was a very easy question in 1977. I'm pretty sure it's 4, though.
If you get this right, your message light, that's the small red light located just above the 5 response buttons, will glow. And that way, you will know you have a right answer if we're asking you a question that requires or indeed can use what is basically a right or wrong answer. But that's not all you can do, because in just a moment, we're going to play our game with 4 nice people here in our studio, right here in Columbus, players who will try to judge your responses to a series of opinion questions. Not necessarily right or wrong, but your opinion. So, be kind enough to stay with us. We'll be back with How Do You Like Your Eggs? Live from our studios on Olentangy River Road here in Columbus in just a second or so. Don't go away.
So how about the localness of it? Not even a...
Ladies and gentlemen, how do you like your eggs? I like them scrambled, over easy.
I don't like them
Scrambled.
Your answer to this question will directly affect the play of the first two-way game of public opinion. How do you like your eggs? And now, live from Columbus, Ohio, here's the star of our show, Bill Cullen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, and welcome to the very first two-way game show, How Do You Like Your Eggs? Now, we'll get to our game in a moment, but first we would like you to meet the fine people who will be playing our game with us here in our studio. So, Tom, would you kindly introduce tonight's couples?
Glad to, Bill. First,
So they did have some music and
Barry
a
Nelson.
applause
She's
and an
educational
announcer.
consultant, and he's a graduate student here at Ohio State. And next, Bill, we would like to have you meet Lenore and Bob Taylor. She teaches first grade in Bexley, and he's an automobile sales manager.
Welcome to the four of you. Happy to have you. Okay, couples, you're going to be to try to determine what the majority of our 200 specially selected homes have to say on an assortment of opinion-type questions. Now, before we go any further, let me say, Bob and Lenore, now, how long have you been married?
14 years, Bill.
Do you have children?
2.
Uh-huh.
A boy and a girl.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're going to have 2, you can't do better than that.
That's a rich man's family.
And here, here we have Barry Nelson. I'm going to ask you what everyone asks you. Are you a relation to?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Are you just as happy, or would you like to be related to the famous Barry Nelson?
I don't really know what to say. I guess I'm just happy being what I am.
I'm just happy being what I am. Okay.
He happens to be one of the 200 people watching this show. He's not going to love you, I'll tell you. So
that's one of the only times I've ever heard, by the way, a game show make fun of its own small audience. Now, this is obviously a local game show, so maybe there were no secrets. But for the 200 people watching this, that didn't sound like it did not sound to me like it was meant to be an exaggeration. That sounded like he knew the exact number of people expected to watch and was just going to say it on TV, even if it's not an impressive number, you know.
You ever disagree about anything?
Never.
Well, we'll see about that tonight. Every time one of you correctly judges the most popular response, we're going to score 1 point for you, like this. There's the point right up there. Now, when both of you select the most popular response, the one that our audience gives, you will score 2 points, 1 for each correct answer, and that'll look something like this. And, of course, that places you in a situation where you'll have the chance to steal a point from your opponent's side of the board. And the way that acts, watch this, is like this. You can do that when the time comes. We'll tell you more about that later, couples.
Wow, okay.
5 points.
So you earn points, you can steal points, and I think you said 25 points is to win or something.
Wins our game.
Yeah.
A great prize and a shot at that color television. Now, our home audience, if you would get your console in hand, because here's where we're going to ask you to help us. The first question on How Do You Like Your Eggs? Be sure, again, I'll caution you and then I won't mention it again.
Oops.
Be sure to wait for our signal before you press the button.
Okay, be sure to wait for the signal before you push the button.
You respond when we say go. Please release it as soon as the red light pops on. Okay, now, first question, take a look over there. And I sort of like this one to start things. For the first woman president, I would elect, number 1, Barbara Walters. Number 2, Betty Ford. Number 3, Mary Tyler Moore. Number 4, Shirley Temple
Okay, you
Black.
actually have to answer.
Number 5, Flip Wilson as Geraldine. Those are your choices, 1 for each of the buttons. And audience at home, press now, please. Okay, the people at home have made their selection. We're going to keep that secret until you've made yours. But we went down to the Eastland Mall the other day to see how some people right here in Columbus felt about that. So let's take a look and see what they had to say.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Shirley Temple Black.
Who would you like to be the first woman president?
I think it's some girl you guys don't know around here, but it's Holly Taylor from Dresden.
That's Shirley Temple Black.
I think I should be.
I like that.
I'd vote for Sally Taylor if I got to know her. To recap the question again, for the first woman president, I would elect Barbara Walters 1, Betty Ford 2, Mary Tyler Moore 3, Shirley Temple Black 4, Flip Wilson as Geraldine. Okay, now the toss was won by the Nelsons, if I recall correctly, and we will begin with Sue Nelson. Sue, now we are asking you to give us your opinion of what you thought the folks at home thought. Understand? Okay, what do you think and why?
I think Columbus people would choose Mary Tyler Moore just because she typifies America's nice woman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you vote for number 3, then that's your choice. Barry?
Bill, I think it's tough. I have great admiration for Betty Ford, but I have to agree with my wife. I like Mary Tyler Moore also.
You mean you admire Betty Ford, but if you had to vote for a woman president, you would vote for Mary Tyler Moore?
I'd vote for Mary for anything.
You're like that guy who wanted to vote for that girl by the name of Taylor up the street here. Okay, now we have both of you. We have both of you who, in this case, have voted for the same one. You both voted for number 3. So that means if you are correct, you are going to win yourself 2 points because you both voted the same way. Okay, let's take a look now and see. We're going to recap the question once more. I should have done that. For the first woman president-elect, Barbara Walters, Betty Ford, Mary Tyler Moore, Shirley Temple Black, or Flip Wilson as Geraldine. Okay, give us the percentages and let's see how the people at home voted. Oh, 11 for Mary Tyler Moore, 11%. And look at that, an overwhelming, I think, majority. 42% of all those people at home would have voted for and will vote for if they get the chance, Shirley Temple Black. So that's the way.
I'm actually kind of impressed with that display, to be honest with you, even though it's very, very low tech.
So Nelson's, it's going to teach you something if you ever go to run for office here in Columbus, Ohio. So we're going to give the Taylors a chance. You ready to go with one?
You're ready to go.
Okay, we're going to ask the audience. Audience, the question comes to you first. Audience, simple question after our show. How do you like your eggs? That's an easy one. Number 1, scrambled. Number 2, hard-boiled. Number 3, fried, sunny side up. Number 4, poached. Number 5, soft-boiled.
Okay.
That's the way it goes, audience. Press now at home.
Press now. I love it.
Okay, the selections are in. We'll keep them in abeyance for a while and go down to Eastland Mall and see what they had to say about it down there.
Fried? How come? Well, like my mother always fixed them like that when I was little, so I just got in the habit of eating them like that.
Poached?
That's like the yolk's hard.
The yolk's
like
hard.
Yolks.
How do you like your eggs?
You're kidding.
So they make a little montage to give them time to tabulate, I guess.
She said he was kidding because she thought when he walked up to her, he had another question in mind. That's it. The question again, how do you like your eggs? Scrambled, hard-boiled, fried, sunny side up, poached, or soft-boiled? Okay, Lenore, what do you think? What do you think the people in Columbus thought? That's the important thing.
I think it's going to be fried sunny side up.
Fried, sunny side up. That's number 3. Put your number 3 up there. Now, you two do not necessarily have to agree, Bob. I mean, you may if you want to, but if you think the people in Columbus voted differently.
Bill, I have to go along with Lenore. I definitely think they go for sunny side up.
Hey, maybe you will turn out to be like our other couple with Nelson, in perfect agreement and absolutely wrong. Let's say you're going down that rocky road, go down together. Okay, some of the choices for the people at home. How do you like your eggs? Scrambled, hard-boiled, fried, sunny side up, poached, or soft-boiled? And the Kaylors both picked number 3. Okay, let's take a look at those answers. Let's see them all. Which is the winner? Scrambled is right, and scrambled.
I was going to say scrambled too.
Well, so far you see, we have real great people up here. How long, Mr. Kaylor, sir, have you lived in Columbus?
Since 1968, we've been here, Bill.
Do you consider yourself a typical Columbus, Ohio resident? Or did you until just now?
I did until just now.
Okay, right. We're going back over there to the Nelsons and give them a question. See, what you got to do is not figure how you think, but how you think the people at home would guess, or not guess, opine. That's a good word. Hey, I like this.
Jesus.
This question is, I would like to tell my boss, too.
So, yeah, all of that, like, doggy paddling, right? Like, that sort of ad-libbing he has to do to give them time to kind of change the cards in here or whatever. And so he's got to kind of do that. Like, it's not like he does it because he wants to. He does it because he has to, and I don't think that's very good. But this is very unique as a game show.
And these are the things.
What would the people of Columbus, Ohio say to a survey in this question?
Number 2, go jump in the lake. Number 3, learn his business. Number 4, fire me. Number 5, use mouthwash. So obviously, I don't know. Anyway, audience at home, please press now.
Press now, audience at home.
Okay, the audience at home has made their selection. Now, if this doesn't jive with yours, we're not going to try to change you. We're going to ask the audience at home to shape up. Okay, we also, we did this. We did this down at the mall. What the mall people have to say about it?
What the mall people have to say?
Give me a raise.
I'd like to tell him how to run his business.
Go jump in the lake.
Give me a raise.
Well, I have a couple of bosses, but one I'd really like to make love to him.
Wow. Okay. Not a score yet on the board, and they have to hit 25.
Now, if both of those bosses were watching tomorrow, they're going to argue about which one. And why? The question again, I'd like to tell my boss to give me a raise, go jump in the lake, learn his business, fire me, or use mouthwash. We're going to play the game again with the Nelsons. Now let's see, Nelsons, if you can shape up and fall in with our voters.
Jesus, he's kind of like mean to them.
I think that no matter how much you hate your job, everyone would like a raise in it. So
Now,
I go with one.
That's the first answer I agree with. I don't know about what others may think, but as for me, anyway, what do you think, husband?
I think they're going to take out the frustrations. I'm going with number 2, go jump in a lake.
Do you have a job? I'm a student. Oh, you're a student. You don't have to worry about it. So we have one vote for number 1. Give me a raise. That's to recap the question. Give me a raise. We have one vote for that. We have one for go jump in the lake. The other choices, learn his business, fire me, or use mouthwash. Okay, let's see if you get a point here. Let's take a look and see what the people said. Certainly.
Yeah.
66%.
Okay. So I'm interested that fire me was an option.
If you hold on that for a minute, you see 66% of the people said give me a raise, and there were 2% of the people who said fire me. And I would certainly like to meet those 2 people. However, you do have yourself a point. Score a point for those people if you would, please. And we'll be back here to pick up with our game in a moment. But right now we have something that we are dying for you to see.
The production is very basic here. 3 Days of the Condor. I always love that future font.
3 Days of the Condor.
Somebody turned up the sound from the studio for a second there, like there was applause where there should not have been.
His CIA code name is Condor. In the next 72 hours, almost everyone can trust will try to kill him.
Makes me want to see this movie now.
Max von Sydow as your bear.
Max von Sydow?
I'm Cliff Robertson as Higgins.
Secure communication procedures.
Who are they working for?
Who are they working for?
And the whole house was murdered. Everybody is dead.
Right. Company agents aren't enough use for freelance. Use whatever it requires, but end it.
Can you guys bring me in, please?
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Very strange.
Folks at home, here's the question. How good a driver are you? Here are the selections. Flawless, periodic fender bender, 1 accident a year, accident prone, or a terror. Okay, everybody at home, to help us out, would you vote now, please? Press. We got some answers down at the mall on this one, too. Let's see what they were.
Roll the
Did you
tape.
get to the mall? We're having a little trouble getting to the mall. Traffic at this time of night. You know what it's like.
I'm a very good driver. I've never had an accident since I've had my driver's license.
I'm a very good driver. What do you think the biggest hazard is in the highways? Probably women drivers.
Excellent. I've never had a ticket or an accident.
You've caused a lot of
I
them,
think
though.
I'm an excellent driver, considering I did have a couple wrecks. Wasn't my fault.
Okay.
I like that.
Choices again. Number 1, flawless, periodic fender bender, accident a year, accident prone, or a terror. Kaylers, we're going to start with you again. Bob, you want to go first this time?
Sure.
What do you think they said?
I think everybody has a little love for automobiles, and I would have to say they all think they're the best drivers in the world. So
Okay.
I would say number 1, flawless.
1 vote for flawless. And what do you say, Mrs. Gaylor?
I'm going to go along with Bob because I don't think anybody would admit that they were fender benders.
Uh-huh. Incidentally, you both went the same way. Now, if you go the same way and you're right, you win 2 points, and you also will get a chance to steal that 1 point the Nelsons have over there. We'll talk to you about stealing later. But if you're both right, if you both agree and your answer is correct, you win 2 points. Okay, their selection was number 1, flawless. Let's see. I'll ask you this question. We're not going to reveal all of them, just this one. Was flawless the most popular answer? It was the most popular answer at 54. You have 2 points. They have 1 point. So first we'll give you your 2 points. They have their 1 point. And now you have a chance to steal that 1 point of theirs. Here's what you have to do. You have to now, between you may discuss it, pick the least likely answer. The answer there that least people said. Periodic fender bender, 1 accident a year, accident prone, or a terror. Now, if you go to steal, if you are correct, you win. You steal 1 of their points. If you are incorrect, only fair to warn you, you lose 1 of your points over to them. So which do you want to do? Do you want to go for the least popular answer there?
Yes, Bill.
You do?
I do.
Okay, do you have an idea? Sell her. Don't look at me.
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go.
We'll go.
You go. Do you know which way he's going, Sue? Or I mean, Lenore?
I think he's going to go with terror, number 5.
Terror.
Right. You're going for terror.
Right.
They say that the least popular answer, the one fewer people pushed, was a terror. If they are correct, they will steal the Nelsons' point and have 3. If they were incorrect, their point will go to the Nelsons. Okay, let's take a look at, was terror indeed the least? We're going to see them all. No. Accident prone. Isn't that interesting? Accident prone. I guess people don't have many accidents. That means, now for the sake of scoring, that point of yours you placed in jeopardy is going over there to the Nelsons. So there it goes. Okay, Nelsons. Question for you now. Give them a chance at it. Audience at home, help us please on this.
Yes, help us, audience.
Snow White. Which of the 7 dwarfs would you have an affair with?
Whatever.
Good question. Number 1, sleepy.
Pick a
2,
dwarf.
dopey, 3, grumpy. 4, bashful. And
That's
5,
not a bad question,
dog.
I guess.
Audience, press now.
Except not all of them are listed. There were 7 dwarves.
I'm afraid at the thought that we're going to the mall to see what they said.
Sleep.
Bashful.
How come?
To get him out of his shyness. Doc.
How come Doc?
Figure he's the smartest.
Sleepy.
If I had to have an affair with someone, I'd rather have it be with Snow White.
That guy didn't answer the question the way we asked it, but I liked his answer. The questions were sleepy, dopey, grumpy, bashful, dog. Which one? And how do you think the voting would go there, Nelson? We'll start with you this time, Barry.
Bill, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with Sleepy because you're going to have an affair. At least he's close by.
Whatever.
I'll work on that, Barry. Sue, what do you think?
I definitely think Doc.
Why is that?
Just because he's the brightest and the sharpest and most affair-like.
He's also the oldest, I think.
You listening to that, Barry, are you? Okay, he picked Sleepy because he's close by. Okay, we got 1 for Sleepy and 1 for Doc. Let's take a look at the answers and see if either one of them got it right one. No, bashful was the bashful. That's very interesting. I'd like to know if they were men or women voting, but it's none of my business, and you kids get your chance again. This question, if you were a film, would it be a Western, 2, a musical, 3, a Woody Allen comedy, 4, a Hitchcock thriller, or 5, a pornographic film? Okay, audience, don't get mad at us, press now. And as usual at this time, for a little spice in our life, off to the Eastland Mall.
A success story. Well, I would like to be a thriller.
A comedy.
A musical. Why do you say that? Because I like music. If you were a film, what kind would you be?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock? Alfred Hitchcock?
The choices were a Western, a musical, a Woody Allen comedy, a Hitchcock thriller, or a pornographic film. And Kayla, it's your turn, right?
Right.
Okay, Bob, you want to start?
I bet this answer would be different today than
Bill, I would go
1977.
for number 2, musical, because I think it's just a wholesome entertainment.
And you think most people who voted here in Columbus felt that they would be a musical if they were a film?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And what do you say, Lenore?
I believe in musical too.
Hey, if you were both right, again, you reach this position where you've both taken the same thing. So if you're both right, you score 2 points. Ready to go? We've recapped the question. Was musical the one most people picked? It was.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know, but, well, I won't say what I do because I don't want to influence you. First thing you do is pick up 2 points over here. You now lead 3-2. And now you have a chance to steal one of their points. Now, it didn't work the last time when it was tried, but what do you want to do here? You can pick up a point from them if you both pick the least.
You do.
I think, you know,
I don't know if
I
I
think
wanna
he's
do
right.
this.
Stick with it. By golly, stick with it.
I think so.
I think
Oh, definitely.
I think Bob has a good idea. What do you think the one that leaves the fewer people select?
Number 5, Bill.
I think you're right. I'm not sure. I think you're right, and you of course have to agree with them because that's the way you're going. I wonder what he means by that. Anyway, if the fewer people pick pornographic film, you're going to steal a point from the Nelsons. Okay, let us see the rest of them and find out if let's take a look at the percentages.
Oh, you should have listened to me.
Isn't that interesting? Fewer people pick Western, which means there are going to be a bunch of people out there who pick pornographic film. Well, to each his own. That point of yours goes across to your opponents now, and they lead 3-2. Okay, we got time for another one. So, audience, if you'll get ready to vote, we'd help. We'd appreciate it. Who do you get most of your mail from? This is corrected the people at home. Who do you get most of your mail from?
Oh, interesting.
1, mother. 2, sweetheart. 3,
Creditors. 4, friends.
And 5, I never get mail.
I think
Okay.
it's 5,
Press
probably
now,
for most people today. I really don't like this sound they use, so I'm turning it down.
The votes are in, and let's see what some people said at the mall.
Roll film.
The bill collectors and junk mail. Well, I get a lot of junk mail.
My creditors.
Bills. Mainly bills.
Okay, there are your questions. Mother, sweetheart, creditor, friends. I never get mail. What do you think? What do you think? This goes to the Nelsons. Either one, you start however you want.
Bill, I'm going to have to say number 3 because that's all we ever get.
Mail for the creditor, so you think the rest of the people too. Chance for 2 points if you agree, but you may go in any direction you want, Sue.
I'm going with him. Bills, bills, bills.
They are. They are both going for number 3, which means if they are correct, they pick up 2 points and get a chance to steal a point from you two. Okay, we are interested in only the number 1, the pick now, the creditors. Which one was number 1? Was it indeed creditors? It was. Look at that. 70%. That's 2 points and a win. Congratulations to you. You were absolutely right. What you did there, you had 3 points. You picked up 2 points, so it's an automatic win. You have won the game 5-1. So we say, first of all, thanks a lot to the Kaylors. You're both swell to be with us. Happy to have you along. We have a consolation prize for both of you. Okay, we have some prizes for our winners, I think. Tom, would you be kind enough to tell us a little bit about them?
Yes, indeed. It's the all-new Atari Super Pong 10. Now you can play 10 more games and color any home television set.
Look at that. Unbelievable. Pong 10.
Whether it's
Super
basketball,
Pong 10.
handball, or catch, it's more fun to play in the Super Pong 10 from Atari.
Oh my God. Tremendous.
Isn't it amazing? 70% of people, I guess, almost everywhere get more mail from their creditors than anyone else. We have some interesting personal information for you folks at home coming at you right now.
Personal information? I kind of want to skip the commercial break, frankly. All right, well, we're going to skip the ad. It's almost like a movie trailer.
welcome back to How Do You Like Your Eggs? We call this our Perfector Round. In a moment, everyone at home will tell us the name of their favorite TV star, and this should be interesting. And Barry and Sue, you're going to be rearranging those cards there in the order of audience preference, what you think, the way you think the audience would rate those stars, by placing what you think will be the favorite on top, the least favorite, that is a bad way to put it, but actually the one with the fewer votes, on the bottom, and filling in the in-between spaces as you think their popularity declines or rises, depending on whether you start at the top or the bottom. If you place all 5 in perfect order, you're going to win this grand prize. Tell us about it, Tom.
Color television. The RCA XL100 features 15-inch diagonal picture, automatic fine-tuning, and RCA Dactyline black matrix system for perfect color every time.
It's like a drawing of a TV.
The XL100 from the Central Ohio RCA dealers.
Why can't they just take a picture of the TV?
Before we start, that we'll give you 10.
Man, the audio person is super slow.
Do not get all 5. Okay,
I would be a better audio person than the person at the audio board on this TV
We're
show.
asking you to choose your favorite. No order here.
Microphones are late, you know.
Before the computer will compute and tabulate your answers.
God, he blabs a lot.
Now, please.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah. Is their favorite of all time at the top, and they're doing it now because we're going to see how the answers are in. Our audience has made their votes. Yeah, you can change them around. You're not stuck with that necessarily. Is that the way if you want to? You still have time. Okay. Boy, okay. You sure now? I'm not trying to speed you up or delay you, but we have a little time. And while we're waiting for, as a matter of fact, why don't you take them all off and put them up again the same way if you want?
They have some time to kill for some reason.
Or hand Rhoda to me. Would you hand Rhoda to me? Should we have a little time to kill? And I'll show you how we pros do it. I've always wanted Rhoda on my lap. Put Rhoda back. Okay, Rhoda's back, and now
Rhoda on my
you don't
lap.
want to change anything. Okay, good enough. It's now time for you to match your answers. Okay? But this time, I was hoping by this time we would have it tabulated. Has it been tabulated backstage? They're still working on it.
Still working on it.
Okay, tabulation. Okay, let's see what you had there. I am looking at these now because we want to see how close you come. Okay, hey, that's a goodie. Fonzie was picked as number 1, right? Carson was picked as number 2.
No.
Or rather, Rhoda as number 2. And, okay, let's start. Let's see if number 4 is right. Would you show us number 4 and see if it's Carol Burnett? It was Fonzie. We know now you're not going to win the big prize, but $10 for each correct answer. Let's take a look at Walter Cronkite. Number 5. Cronkite was up there in the third spot. Would you believe that?
No.
Let's take a look and see who's number 2. Who is the second most popular? Once we get this, we'll sort of... Carson was there. You kids are not making it.
We are.
Okay, let's take a look. Who was number 1? Give us number 1. Carol Burnett.
Then you get a single one right.
Of course, we will take a look down there. And that's Rhoda. Only because she went off with me. Did you kids have any right? You didn't get any right. And we promise you $10 for each correct answer. Okay. We got for you, through the gracious heart of Warner Communications and Warner Cable, we have for you an Atari Super 10 Pong game. And are you ready for this? $10
$10. Wow.
Okay, we hope you enjoyed How Do You Like Our Eggs, or your eggs. Actually, never mind how we like our eggs. As a matter of fact, we'll tell you that because we're going to be back here at the same place tomorrow doing this test again. It was the very first of many new shows that you'll be seeing in the near future on Warner Cable. Now, be sure to stay tuned.
He needs to not wad the card up.
Tonight, you're going to be seeing Funny Lady as a token of our thanks for you helping us from home tonight. Again, thank you. Join us again when we do this again tomorrow and get in on the voting. Good night.
Some of our players today.
Okay, so
for 2 at the Highlight Restaurant. Enjoy.
I kind of have some like observations, I guess. It's almost the end of the extra half hour, but I'll keep it short. Like, I'm amazed at this. I mean, it's cable access. It's not even quite cable access. Like, it's like one step better than cable access, I guess. With those blinking lights in the background, that's not exactly cheap, I don't think.
The preceding program was produced live at the Warner Cable Television Studios in Columbus, Ohio. Be sure to be with us for the next How Do You Like Your Eggs tomorrow night at 7. This is Tom Weevil speaking.
The video switcher.
The preceding was a Warner Cable presentation.
I just love that they played the logo for a while. They must have really had a lot of time to kill it. Okay, I'm fascinated by this now. They didn't have anything else they could put on the screen? 3, 2, 1, 0. Still? Okay. Okay, that was like utterly fascinating. And I don't know why there's a girl with her boobs there on Korean game show TV, but that's actually what that was, apparently. Okay, a couple of small observations about that game show. Like, cable access is sort of the feeling I get from it, even though it's actually better in one or two ways than cable access. You know, an actual announcer, an actual music. Like, cable access has no production values, and that had some. Okay, everything was on art cards. There were no computer screens or displays, I guess, yet, so that was kind of weird. But God, can you imagine an interactive game show like live on the air? Some game shows have tried. I think Game Show Network even had some original game shows that tried to kind of do the same thing, but they just really don't seem to be, I guess, very popular. And what that jaded person said on the website that had the information was something like, when will people learn that TV is a passive-only medium? And people just want to sit there and do nothing. And I thought, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, I think that was really cool, you know, the ability to sort of take the live poll from a game. I mean, in 1977, are you serious? Like, that's actually a long time ago to be able to do something like this. Seems extremely advanced for 1977. I can tell you, we did not have cable television. I was like 3 years old in 1977. So, yeah, like, to not have had cable television yet, that is extremely, extremely advanced. I mean, because again, it wasn't fancy looking on TV, but what was happening actually was very advanced. You know, live tabulation of viewer voting, and this little chick display that like displayed the the percentage numbers and stuff like that. And they obviously had work going on behind the scenes because Bill Cullen's there yapping and yapping and yapping and just trying to doggy paddle as much as possible. And yeah, some of it wasn't very good, but I mean, what's he going to do? He was there to host a game show. And I also don't think, like they think, that Columbus, Ohio necessarily really represents, you know, in some ways demographically it's similar to the demographics of the country, but I'm not sure in enough ways to be able to take any polls from there and apply them nationally, that kind of thing. But these are local people on a local game show, so it works, you know. Anyway, I'm 4 minutes over my extra time even. We just went a really long time tonight because I was feeling it, and I'm trying to make up for not having been on the air at times over the past couple of weeks. I will be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. 0500 GMT, but 10 p.m. evening time on the west coast of the United States. Nobody called or texted tonight, but I got some people who added me to their circles on Google+. So that's kind of a good thing. This is your underground TV commentator, whatever the hell. I don't know what that meant. That was stupid of me to say. Now I'm embarrassed that that's live, like on this recording. Underground, what did I say? Commentator? That's so stupid. But in a way, the purpose of this show was to be a little bit underground. Like, I don't post it on Facebook, you know. If it's ever on Twitter, it's only on Twitter because I also am periscoping from there, and I have lots to talk about, you know, that kind of thing. I know I can really go, and because I do get people who watch, I'm sorry, Twitter, not Twitter, Periscope technically is what I'm talking about. I go on Periscope from this same chair at the same time, kind of a thing, and people who are just kind of browsing Periscope can pick it up. I can't really share that link with anybody, though, so I just am limited to the audience of people on Periscope and the people here that I know through the collective. Extra props if you're here watching through the collective or through Vaughn, but if you're just on Google+, thanks for being here as well. I'm going to wrap it up. I've been talking a lot. I will see you again 10 p.m. Wednesday night, 0500 Thursday morning for cBas After Dark.